Once it has been determined that you are in active labor, you will be admitted to a labor room. And this is where the majority of the work is going to be done. I should say that in triage, expect to be in the hospital bed, expect to be sitting and not doing a lot of motion. So that can be a little difficult because we know that rhythm and motion help to cope with the sensations of labor. So once you get into the hospital room, it's time. We're here. We've been home laboring, we've been staying hydrated. Our contractions are more consistent, and we're feeling like, okay, it's time for this baby to come. Let's get back to the screen. So these are all the different type of positions and comfort measures that you can use in active labor. Did I tell you what it was? Let's go back. Okay. So if you're not in active labor, they're going to send you home and you'll keep up with those measures. You may walk to increase some things. A lot of times back before when we could walk around the hospital, they would be like, let's walk around. You can walk around and then come back in an hour or so and see how far you are. But now you can't really walk around hospital. So you can take a walk outside if you're still able to. But the key is to get things going. And there are some positions that you can use to help bridge that gap between early labor and active labor. And one of those is some deep squats or leg lifts. So my pregnant, wonderful example here. One position that you can do in order to open up your hips and make sure that you are getting that pressure where you need it, come over here where Cheeto's work is to lift up one leg and put it on here. This lunge, this is a lunging technique. You know how to lunge? Yes. So you can do hip circles in this position to open up the space and help put more pressure on the baby. You can do figure eights. Eight, I can make it 8. Yes, yes, just like that. And as a support person, you can be here to help with balance. Oh, see, help with balance. Go ahead, do your circles. You're doing good. Because there's bound to be a contraction that comes here. If you get a contraction right now, how would that feel, you think? Hopefully not that dramatic. But you may need that support. So as the supporting partner, you want to make sure that you are grounded at all times because she may need to put this leg down and go into a squat, And I'm going to hold and support her here, or hold and support her here as she's dealing with this contraction. And this squat is also a good place to open up the hips. Do some circles there. So she can be laboring in this. As a support person, you want to have your back straight and use your legs for this here. Stand up. Thank you. So you're walking, you're stretching, you're doing lunges. All of these motions are going to help you get that pelvic area open and help to put the head of the baby onto the cervix in order to get that transition part. We want to get from 6 centimeters to 10 centimeters, right? So during active labor, the contractions are serious. This may take 2 to 6 hours, and your water bag may have ruptured earlier, but typically it's during active labor that your water breaks. And so you may experience a gush or a leak during this time period. It's common for your appetite to go away, for you to start having some hormonal changes where you're getting hot, you're getting sweaty, you're getting cold, you feel like you're gonna be nauseated. And so all of that is normal. There's nothing to panic about. It's actually a good sign that things are progressing. You also may be able to get more focused on that internal change that is happening. And that's why it's good to practice those grounding and breathing exercises. So in between contractions, taking that rest, doing a little alternate nostril breathing to bring yourself in before that next contraction comes. With active labor, the key is rhythm. Do you feel the rhythm in your heart? Like, you got to feel the rhythm. You got to feel the rhythm. Your body will naturally go into some swaying. You may go into a natural breath cycle of when the contractions coming, breathing in, when they're at their top, exhaling. She's already doing some rocking. You may do some rocking or feeling on your body in those areas that are having more sensations, more tightness, more pressure. And always staying positive, staying positive. Your body is doing all it can. Your baby knows how to be born. You are opening up. Your cervix is soft. You are capable. You are powerful. All positive affirmations that are going to bring you into a point of confidence that this process is going well. I'm an Aquarius. We are Aquarius, water bearers. So we love some water therapy. If you can get in the shower, for instance, if you're having back pain in your labor, you can get in the shower and use a shower head. You can get on hands and knees. Do hands and knees. You can get on hands and knees in the shower and have that water running here. You can also do this in the bath. A wonderful way to support a birthing person during this active labor is with hip squeezes. If you have a partner with you now, I would encourage you to practice this. So if it doesn't feel right, you can ask some questions. But if not, you can always play this video back. So hip squeeze using this part of our hand, of our palm, right here at the hips. It's not pressing just straight in, it's pressing in and lifting a bit. And this is creating more space for that baby to come down into the pelvis. Now, as a doula, some people have wanted hip squeezes for hours and hours on end, and I want you to preserve your body. Scoot up a little bit. So if you're doing a hip squeeze, you can be on your knees here. If your partner can take it, you sometimes have to rest your chest. But this is a great position that helps to open things up and can help during the contractions. Another one is counter pressure. Right in the center, this is her spine coming down here, and we're going into the center of her pelvis and adding some pressure right here on the back. You can do it with your forearm. You can do it with your palm. You can massage it. But this area from the waist, even down to mid buttock, is opening up. And this needs encouragement to open up. So using your thumbs to massage the little dimple on each cheek, this area, using your massage to bring energy down after contraction. So you're having a contraction, now exhale, bring it down. Let me stop sharing a little bit so we can do some of these up close. Okay, so I'm gonna turn her a little bit so you can see from this angle. It's right here, that pressure point for counter pressure. And you can also, this is one of those areas where you can use something from your bag to support. A tennis ball can give massage here. Or if you don't have a tennis ball, most people have rice and most people have a sock. You can stuff a sock with some rice. And this is nice because you can heat it up in the microwave if they like warm, and you can apply this to that same area for opening up that pelvis. Thank you, Kyrie. Any questions on those two techniques? Okay, great. Let's talk about some of the different positions that you can be in that definitely support your progress throughout labor. How many people have birthing balls or plan on having birthing balls or know that where they're going to be giving birth, there's a birthing ball? Okay, so birthing, I don't have mine with me, unfortunately, but birthing balls are the perfect height for you to get low and open up those hips, just like the deep squat that we were doing when I was holding her up. Let's show that again. And I'm gonna position myself in a chair so that I can do this for quite some time. And my birthing person is going to go into a squat and I'm going to support. Can you relax? You can just relax and release the tension in your body. We can go along with the sway or the circles that are happening. This can also happen with her sitting on a birthing ball, where if you don't have someone there to support you, you're on the birthing ball to this same height and you're doing the circles, the bends, the bouncing, all things that are opening up and bringing that baby down.